Reaching the milestone of 80 is an extraordinary achievement, yet maintaining good health and vitality beyond this age is a challenge many older adults face. The truth is, aging is not merely about adding years to your life. It's about living those years with strength, independence, and peace of mind. While it's easy to assume that simply living past 80 is enough, the reality is that many people struggle to stay healthy and active well beyond this age due to hidden factors that work against their bodies as they grow older. These 4 silent health issues are not immediately obvious. They don't announce themselves with sudden symptoms, but over time they chip away at the body's resilience, making it harder to stay sharp, mobile, and healthy. The good news, however, is that these challenges aren't inevitable. By recognizing these silent forces and taking proactive steps to address them, you can significantly improve your chances of thriving in your 80s and beyond. In this video, we are going to uncover the 4 hidden health reasons that contribute to the struggle of living a long, healthy life after 80. Understanding these issues is the first step in taking control of your health and your future. These aren't just theories. They are backed by decades of medical research and first-hand experience from doctors and health experts. You will learn how silent inflammation, muscle loss, poor sleep, and loneliness can silently rob you of your health, and most importantly, how you can fight back. So whether you're already in your 70s or 80s, or you're just planning ahead, stay tuned until the end of this video. The 4th reason might surprise you, and it could be the most important health lesson you'll ever learn. Reason 1. Silent inflammation that accelerates aging. As we age, one of the most insidious forces that silently works against our bodies is inflammation. However, unlike the inflammation you might associate with a swollen ankle or a cut, this form is internal and much harder to detect. Known as inflammaging, this chronic low-grade inflammation develops slowly over time, often without any obvious symptoms. The body's ability to cope with inflammation weakens as we get older, and its effects are cumulative, meaning that the longer it goes unchecked, the more damage it can do to the body. Inflammaging can affect virtually every part of the body. The heart, brain, joints, and immune system are all vulnerable to the effects of this silent inflammation. For many seniors, this process begins much earlier than they realize and accelerates after the age of 80. Significantly contributing to a decline in overall health. Let's take the case of George, an 82-year-old man. Despite living a generally healthy lifestyle, he didn't smoke, didn't drink, and walked every day. George often found himself feeling tired, stiff, and mentally foggy. His blood work showed no major issues, and he assumed that his health was fine. It wasn't until he visited a specialist that the root of his problems was revealed: high levels of inflammatory markers in his system. While he had no outward signs of illness, George's body had been silently battling inflammation for years. This internal inflammation is often the result of poor diet, especially processed foods, stress, lack of physical activity, and inadequate sleep. Even environmental toxins can contribute to the body's inflammatory response. What makes inflammaging particularly dangerous is that it doesn't cause immediate discomfort, which is why it often goes unnoticed until it reaches a critical level. As inflammation builds up, it starts to chip away at the body's resilience. It makes tissues and organs more vulnerable to disease. For example, chronic inflammation has been linked to the development of heart disease, cognitive decline, and joint deterioration. The inflammation in your arteries can lead to atherosclerosis, increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. In your brain, it may contribute to conditions such as dementia and Alzheimer's disease, and in your joints it may lead to arthritis or other mobility issues. The good news is that inflammation, though powerful, is manageable. There are practical and effective ways to reduce chronic inflammation and prevent it from taking a toll on your health. The most impactful tools in the fight against inflammation are simple, everyday habits that can be incorporated into your life. First, improving your diet can make a world of difference. Consuming more whole foods, especially fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats, helps to lower inflammation. Foods rich in antioxidants, such as berries and leafy greens, play a crucial role in reducing oxidative stress, which is one of the contributors to chronic inflammation. Second, regular physical activity is essential. Studies have shown that even moderate exercise, such as daily walking, can significantly reduce levels of inflammation. Exercise not only helps to lower inflammation, but also strengthens muscles, which is important for maintaining balance and mobility as you age. Third, getting better sleep is one of the easiest and most effective ways to combat inflammation. During deep sleep, the body enters a restorative phase where it repairs and regenerates itself. Poor sleep disrupts this process, allowing inflammation to rise unchecked. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night, and make adjustments to your sleep environment if needed. Keep your room cool, dark and quiet, and avoid screen time before bed. Lastly, managing stress plays a significant role in reducing chronic inflammation. Stress hormones like cortisol can fuel inflammation in the body, so finding ways to relax and reduce stress is essential. Practices such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, yoga, or even spending time in nature can help calm the body and reduce inflammatory markers. Although you can't completely eliminate the effects of aging, taking these steps to reduce inflammation can help you maintain your health for years to come. You don't have to accept chronic inflammation as a normal part of aging. By making these small changes today, you're giving your body the chance to continue to thrive well into your 80s and beyond. Reason 2. Muscle loss that leads to weakness and falls. As we age, the loss of muscle mass is a natural process, but it becomes particularly noticeable after the age of 80. This gradual decline in muscle strength, known as sarcopenia, plays a major role in weakening the body and significantly increasing the risk of falls and fractures. The issue starts slowly, often unnoticed, and can be seen in small changes. You may find yourself struggling to open jars, rising from a chair more slowly, or avoiding stairs because they feel just a little more challenging than before. The loss of muscle is much more than just a decrease in strength. Muscle mass is crucial for maintaining balance, supporting joints and regulating metabolism. It also plays an important role in stabilizing blood sugar and improving cardiovascular health. When muscle mass decreases, your body loses its ability to respond quickly to changes in posture, and this makes falling much more likely. Take the case of Frank, an 84-year-old man who was sharp, cheerful, and still living independently. But one afternoon, Frank tripped on a rug and broke his hip. Up until that moment, Frank had always considered himself steady on his feet. However, after the fall, he realized just how much strength he had lost over the past few years, strength he thought he still had. What makes muscle loss especially dangerous after 80 is how quickly it accelerates once the decline begins. One fall can lead to weeks or even months of bed rest, which further accelerates muscle wasting and weakness. This often leads to a vicious cycle. Weakness leads to more falls, and more falls lead to further loss of mobility. This is the point where many older adults face the loss of their independence. The use of a walker becomes common, and once independent activities such as gardening, grocery shopping, or even getting out of bed safely start to feel overwhelming. The reality is that the loss of muscle mass is not inevitable. It can be slowed, stopped, and even reversed with proper intervention. Engaging in regular physical activity is one of the most effective ways to combat muscle loss. Walking, even for short distances every day, can significantly strengthen your muscles. Additionally, lightweight training, resistance bands, and balance exercises can help improve muscle mass and stability. These exercises not only strengthen muscles, but also enhance balance, preventing falls and reducing the risk of fractures. Adequate protein intake is also critical for maintaining muscle strength. Seniors who don't get enough protein in their diets may find it even harder to retain muscle mass. Aim to incorporate lean proteins such as chicken, fish, eggs, and legumes into your meals to support muscle repair and growth. Another key component in fighting muscle loss is stretching. Gentle stretching exercises can help maintain mobility, flexibility, and range of motion, which is essential for overall strength and stability. Yoga and Tai Chi are excellent practices for older adults that not only help with muscle maintenance, but also enhance balance, flexibility, and overall well-being. The best part of this? It's never too late to start. Even if you're already over 80, it's still possible to slow or reverse the effects of muscle loss. By incorporating just a few small, consistent changes to your routine, whether it's walking a bit more, Doing resistance exercises or adding more protein to your diet, you can make a significant difference. Maintaining muscle mass is essential for staying steady on your feet and maintaining the independence you value. Reason 3. Poor sleep. That weakens the body and mind. As we age, sleep patterns naturally change, and many older adults find themselves struggling to fall asleep, stay asleep, or experience deep restorative rest. This shift is part of the aging process, but it comes with significant consequences when it starts to affect daily functioning. Poor sleep can take a toll on both physical and mental health, and its effects are particularly noticeable after the age of 80. Many seniors may notice subtle changes, feeling tired during the day, forgetting simple things more often, or becoming irritable. But the true impact goes much deeper. The body repairs itself during sleep, and several crucial processes take place during this time. The brain clears out waste products, the immune system resets, and muscle repair occurs. However, when sleep becomes fragmented or shallow, these processes are disrupted. As a result, the body doesn't get the rest it needs to restore energy, improve cognition, or boost immune function. The longer these poor sleep habits persist, the more it can contribute to a decline in overall health. Consider Alice, an 86-year-old woman who had never thought much of waking up 3 or 4 times during the night. She assumed that this was just part of aging. However, over time, she began to notice her memory slipping, her energy decreasing, and she caught colds more frequently. Her doctor explained that sleep wasn't just about rest. It was essential for the health of her brain and immune system. Once Alice began focusing on improving her sleep habits, she found that her clarity and stamina gradually returned. The idea that poor sleep is a normal part of aging is one that many older adults accept without question. However, this does not have to be the case. Improving sleep quality is possible, even after 80, and it can make a world of difference in how you feel during the day. Small changes to your sleep routine can drastically improve the quality of your rest and prevent the cumulative effects of poor sleep from affecting your health. One of the first steps to improving sleep is maintaining a consistent bedtime. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate your body's internal clock and makes it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. In addition, limiting caffeine and alcohol, especially in the evening, is essential. Both substances can interfere with the ability to fall into deep sleep, which is crucial for the body's repair processes. Creating a restful sleep environment is also important. Ensure that your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet. This may involve making adjustments to your bedding, such as using breathable sheets or investing in a mattress that provides proper support. Light exposure is another factor. Getting natural light during the day, especially in the morning, helps regulate your circadian rhythm and makes it easier to sleep at night. Another tip for improving sleep quality is engaging in light movement during the day. Whether it's a walk in the park, stretching, or simple yoga, physical activity helps tire the body out naturally, making it easier to sleep at night. However, avoid heavy physical activity close to bedtime, as it can actually make falling asleep more difficult. While medication can sometimes be prescribed for sleep issues, it should not be the first option. Over-the-counter sleep aids or prescriptions may seem like a quick fix, but they often do not provide the same restorative benefits as natural sleep. It is always a good idea to explore lifestyle changes and sleep hygiene practices before resorting to medication. Good sleep is just as important as good food and safe movement, especially after 80. It affects your mental clarity, your physical strength, and your immune system, which in turn impacts your ability to enjoy life. Prioritize good sleep habits to maintain your health for the long term. It's not about sleeping longer, it's about sleeping better. By taking proactive steps to improve your sleep, you're giving your body the tools it needs to stay healthy, active, and strong for years to come. As we age, the importance of a good night's sleep only increases, and making it a priority could be one of the smartest decisions you make for your health. Reason 4. Loneliness and the loss of daily purpose. One of the more subtle yet powerful forces that works against seniors after the age of 80 is loneliness. It's often an invisible danger that doesn't receive as much attention as physical ailments, but its impact can be just as severe. Loneliness doesn't just hurt the heart emotionally, it affects the body physically as well. Studies have shown that social isolation and a loss of daily purpose can shorten life expectancy more significantly than some chronic diseases. The truth is, as people grow older, their world naturally begins to shrink. Friends pass away, family members move far away, and physical limitations often make it harder to get out and socialize. Without realizing it, many seniors begin to spend more time alone, both physically and emotionally. While some enjoy solitude, others begin to feel invisible and unneeded. The problem is, the human heart is wired for connection. We are social beings, and when social roles start to fade, like retirement, caregiving, or community involvement, it's easy to lose that sense of identity and purpose. For many seniors, this absence of connection can lead to a deep sense of meaninglessness. Take Bill, for example. Bill is 88, and his wife passed away 5 years ago. His adult children live in other states, and he spends his days watching TV, preparing meals, and keeping things in order. But some days pass without him talking to a single person. He misses the feeling of being needed, of knowing that someone is waiting for him, that his presence matters. This loss of daily purpose can have a serious toll on both mental and physical health. It can lead to an increased risk of depression, anxiety, and a general loss of will to stay active. Over time, it can even affect brain chemistry, immune function, and the drive to take care of oneself. It is not uncommon for older adults to feel like they no longer have a reason to get up in the morning. Without a sense of purpose, the motivation to engage in daily activities dwindles, and this cycle can lead to further isolation, both emotionally and physically. A lack of purpose contributes to a decrease in physical activity, which then impacts overall health. But the good news is that finding purpose in life doesn't have to be a monumental task. Small acts like caring for plants, writing letters to loved ones, helping a neighbor, or even feeding the birds can reignite that sense of meaning and connection. Purpose doesn't always have to be grand. It can come from everyday activities that bring joy, offer routine, and provide a sense of accomplishment. The important thing is to maintain the sense that your life has value, that your presence is appreciated, and that you have something to contribute. Reaching out to others, even when it feels awkward, can often rekindle a sense of joy in both the person offering the connection and the one receiving it. For seniors, it's essential to ask, what brings me purpose right now? And to protect that sense of purpose as if it were medicine. In fact, for many older adults, daily purpose acts as a form of emotional medicine that nourishes the heart and mind. It's crucial to prevent isolation from becoming a dangerous state of loneliness. Even in the later years of life, staying engaged socially, finding daily meaning, and maintaining a sense of worth are vital to overall health and well-being. In conclusion, the journey of aging beyond 80 can be challenging, but it doesn't have to be an inevitable decline. Understanding the 4 hidden health reasons, silent inflammation, muscle loss, poor sleep, and loneliness, can empower older adults to take proactive steps toward preserving their independence, mobility, and overall well-being. These challenges may seem overwhelming at first, but with the right knowledge and lifestyle changes, it's possible to age gracefully and maintain quality of life well into your 80s and beyond. Each of these factors, whether it's reducing inflammation through healthy eating and physical activity, combating muscle loss with resistance exercises, improving sleep with simple changes to daily habits, or combating loneliness by staying socially connected, requires a focused effort, but it is within everyone's reach to make meaningful improvements. It's about small, consistent actions that, over time, will help you stay strong, vibrant, and fully engaged in life. As you approach your 80s and beyond, remember that your body and mind are resilient, but they need care and attention to continue thriving. Aging is not about fading away. It's about continuing to live with purpose, strength, and joy. Embrace the power of small changes, stay aware of these hidden health risks, and take control of your health, because every year matters, and every day brings the opportunity to make healthier choices.